Most towns wake up slowly, but here in the mountains of northern Vietnam, the day begins long before the sun arrives. From a distance, Dong Van seems isolated. But
before the streets fill with people, before the market opens,
long before breakfast is served, before businesses open, before the town begins to move, someone has already started the fire. You don't need a clock to know the day is beginning. In places like this, the rooftops tell the story first.
Before the streets belong to people, they belong to whoever wakes up first.
Every town has a moment when business begins. Not all at once, just one door, then another, then another. Every town has a moment like this, not fully asleep, not fully awake, just quietly preparing for whatever the day will bring. Most of what keeps a town running happens so often that people stop noticing it, until it's gone. A town rarely wakes all at once. It wakes in pieces, one shop, one street, one conversation at a time. Before the town can begin its day, someone has to prepare breakfast. Every morning, without ceremony, without attention, just work. Another day quietly begins. Morning. Before the town can begin its day, someone has to prepare breakfast. Every morning.
By now, the town is no longer waking up. It's getting to work.
Most people remember the destinations. Very few remember the roads that connect them. For a few minutes each morning, people following completely different lives share the same table, the same room, and the same meal.
Most visitors remember the places where people gather, but every town is built around the places where people return home.
This market is more than a place to buy and sell. It's where the town reconnects with itself every morning. A town is easy to understand from a distance, but the details are where life actually happens. Most transactions are forgotten within minutes, but together they help keep an entire town connected. In some towns, people measure distance in miles. Here, many measure it in minutes on two wheels. From above, it all seems simple. A small town, a few streets, a handful of roads.
Did you finish the homework for Mr. Tuan? Barely. It was so difficult. Let's compare answers quickly.
To understand Dong Van, you have to leave the streets behind. Out here, the mountains don't simply surround the road, they define it. From above, this landscape can seem unforgiving. But for generations, people have found ways to live between the rocks. Landscapes are easy to admire. The work required to live in them is much harder to see. Landscapes are easy to admire. The work required to live in them is much harder to see. Out here, movement follows older paths. Some of them long predate the roads. The farther you travel from town, the easier it becomes to forget how many lives are still hidden in the landscape.
Some homes tell you everything about a place without saying a word.
Most of life is not built from extraordinary moments. It's built from small things that quietly need attention.
From a distance, these mountains can seem empty. But look closer, and entire communities begin to appear. Every home has a side most visitors never see, and often, it's the side that tells you the most. Not every road is paved, and not every important journey appears on a map. In the mountains, distance can be deceptive. Sometimes an entirely different world is waiting just beyond the next ridge.
Not every important place has a name on a map. Some exist only in the routines of the people who share them. For a short time each day, the movement slows. The work can wait. Lunch comes first.
The mountains may separate communities, but every community still finds a way to teach the next generation. Places like Dong Van are often described as remote, but remoteness doesn't mean isolation. Connections exist everywhere. A place can look completely different depending on when you arrive. The market hasn't changed. The day has. Not every part of a town is built around urgency. Some places exist simply to let the day slow down for a while. Some places preserve history behind glass. Places like this keep using it. Every town depends on people most visitors never notice. The people who keep everything working. In the morning, the roads carried people toward the town. Now many of them are carrying people back home.
In the morning, the roads carried people toward the town. Now many of them are carrying people back home.
The work isn't finished, but the day is beginning to slow. A town doesn't stop all at once. It slows one task at a time. As the light begins to fade, the mountains reveal a different version of themselves. This morning, the smoke signaled a day beginning. Tonight, it signals a day coming home. No matter how far people traveled today, many of them end up here, back in the kitchen, back at home. For much of the day, people move in different directions. Evening is when many of those paths meet again. During the day, the mountains hide people. At night, the lights reveal them. Some towns disappear after sunset. Dong Van simply becomes a different version of itself. Tomorrow's journeys often begin with work completed tonight.
When daylight disappears, the roads reveal themselves through movement alone. Not every gathering needs a reason. Sometimes people simply stay a little longer before the night grows colder. Long after the markets close and the roads quiet down, some members of the community are still on duty.
Every community has a place that stays open just a little longer than the rest.
Every light represents a life. And every life continues long after the camera moves on. Every day ends differently. Some people are already asleep. Some are still finding their way home.
Tomorrow, this road will carry another day.
The people of Dong Van will wake tomorrow and begin again. The stars will be here when they do.